Hey everyone, and you are back with another episode. And this time I am on my way to Vancouver, where I'll be doing a pro show in fitness. If you didn't know already, that's the category that I do. And I just wanted to go through a little bit about my prep. So I am flying out in the morning, and you know, for anyone who does a show abroad, it's very, very important to prepare yourself. So this time around, I decided that I was going to pack a little bit earlier. In the past, I'm going to be very truthful, I packed lastminute.com and it wasn't fun. Especially when you have low energy, you know, you may be low on carbs too, who knows. But I decided to get organized extremely early. And today, I am going to go through one of my last training sessions with you, which is normally upper body. So before a show, I do not train legs. I try to rest my legs for at least a week, and that includes my routine as well. So I did actually do, which I'll put in the next episode, I did actually do a full out routine. And I did that on Monday. With a dress rehearsal, and it actually went really well compared to before. I cannot normally do a full out the way I did so close to the show without gassing out, and it just showed that this prep went really well in terms of my training. So as for my prep, this time around it's a little bit different. I decided to focus more on my routine because that was my feedback, and make weights secondary. Obviously, it was still very important. I still need to look a certain way. I still need to look like a figure. That's what I need to look like, a figure athlete. However, 70% of my mark is my routine. And I've done pretty well in the physique round. I've been in first call-outs for every single show. So I decided that I am going to focus on the bits I need to improve in terms of my physique, but inevitably do the stuff I need to do in my routine or practice the skills around it a bit more. So I decided for this time around to go to some gymnastic classes. So I did 3 classes per week. I also did my full out routine every single week without fail. And I also did some endurance training around it. So that included functional training, HIIT workouts, half an hour HIIT workouts, and also some plyometrics. Plyometrics is just jumping up and down, really. You know, it's just a fancy word. On to my third exercise. Surprisingly, I'm lifting more than I thought I would. When I'm on a prep and I'm about to go to show, I just try to go to failure. I don't worry about how much I'm lifting or if I can, you know, get to a certain weight. I literally just want to go to failure, and then my workout is done. So I'm going to move on to a little bit of front delt, because the front delt actually connects with the chest. So I'm going to make sure that comes in absolutely sharp. I'm going to go on to my last exercise, and yes, I wanted to talk to you about diet. So my diet actually hasn't changed this week. Water has been up, obviously, and then it will increment down very slowly. Don't completely cut water, but we do make sure it goes down nice and steadily. And then just before I go to bed, before show day, that is when water is sipping only and cut, obviously, because I'll be sleeping. But on the actual day, I can sip water up until the actual show. So I am on in the morning, which is great. So I wouldn't need much anyways before I go on. Obviously, you do the usual stuff like pump up and, you know, have something to eat for breakfast, but that'll be it. And then in the afternoon/evening, it will be routine time. So they said it should be scheduled at 5 p.m. on the day. And yeah, so my aim always for shows is to have fun and to improve my package from show to show. So I am against myself, and I always have been. And as long as I try my best, as long as I know that I've improved, that's all we can do. So everything to me is actually a win. And we all want to do well and get awards, get that first place, second place, third place, or top 5, wherever it may be. But you should focus on being the best version of yourself. I think I've said this so many times. And trying your absolute best, because that is all you can do. This is a journey at the end of the day, and you want to enjoy it. You want to have fun. Like, why do something when it's not fun? I always believe that if you choose to do something, and I chose to do this, I need to have fun on stage. Every day I stretch. Even in peak week, I stretch every single day. I'll even stretch in the morning before the show, even though I have the physique round first. It's just something I feel I need to do in order to feel limber for my routine. And I'm not sure if you know this, you might do, but when you lift weights, it actually makes the ligaments tighter. And in order for it to stop that or to combat it, so I'm able to be nice and flexible, stretching has to happen before my weight training, specific when I do my routine, and I also do a light cool down as well of just some light stretches. And sometimes I like meditate as well. I do that every morning, by the way, so I do meditate every morning just to get myself ready. And I also say affirmations. So my favorite one, as everyone probably knows by now, is dream it, believe it, achieve it. And I also say to myself, I'm gonna do this. Sometimes I've shouted this. Well, I don't know about that. I don't shout about it, but yeah. And it gets me through the day. And I'm all about positivity. I like to remain positive, but also focused. But I feel like everything should be done with positivity, and I can't stress that enough because it will get you through. When you start to bring negative thoughts into your head, start to stress, which can bring up anxiety, that can get you unfocused, also can lead to mistakes, for example, when I do my routine, even my posing routine. So I like to just stay as chill as possible, especially in the last week, in peak week. And I also tend to visualize as I'm stretching, as I'm doing weights, my routine, what I'm going to be doing, how I'm going to get through it, also how am I going to have breathing points as well, because that's important. I don't want to pass out on stage. So I have to carry on the same thing that I do, even in peak week, and that is my pull-ups. Well, that was my workout. So one of my workouts anyways. And it's now time to get pampered as well. So in between, you know, I have a lot of things I've got to be doing. So I've got my nails done. Can you guess my bikini color? I guess you'll find out very soon. And then after that, it's just packing the rest of my stuff and getting on that plane. And I will be documenting my journey and everything that I do there as well, as much as possible, so I can show you guys when I'm back in the next episode. And I hope you stay tuned, because you wouldn't want to miss that.